trying to remember where I left off at. Oh, there's my tiny little tractor. The little guy's on the struggle bus with that trailer, too. Go ahead and get this headland taken care of. But pretty sure that, hang on, let me check. Yeah, I started turning the field over. Ooh, needs plowing. That's gonna need lime too. Alright, so it's not even worth fertilizing until I can plow and lime the field. So if you plow, you lime, you dual stage fertilize, all that, you can really increase your yield bonus. Struggle bus. Oh, this tractor's gonna hate life here in a minute. It's not that bad. I wonder something. How much of a loan can I take out? So 621. Okay. Seven, 8. I hope my math is mathing. Wrong ones. That would sucked. My math was barely mathing. But I didn't get to stream yesterday because I work a full-time job outside of this. Like, for me, streaming's a hobby right now. Would it be awesome to be able to do my hobby full-time? Yeah. Not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it'd be great. I mean, who wouldn't want to do something they love every day? Right? But right now, it's a hobby. Like, if it becomes something more than that, cool. Like, I'd be totally stoked about it. But I worked a full-time job outside of this, and I ended up having to take care of an issue, and it didn't allow time for sleep and streaming. So, unfortunately, sleep went out. But we'll see what the future holds. Like, obviously, no one can tell the future, but obviously, I'm not lined up right. But yeah, I mean, you know, if it happens to like where I can, you know, comfortably support my family off of streaming, yeah, I'd love to do streaming full time. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that's not the goal. That's not what I'm going for. I think anyone that streams has that thought in the back of their head, like, man, you know, I could be, you know, the next big time. Am I saying I'm going to be the next big time? No. I don't know. There's so many more talented people out there than me. And at the end of the day, I'm not trying to compete with them at all. Like, I know better than that. I know, I'm going to go after, you know, Peanut or, you know, all this. Like, there's, like, Peanut has his own thing. And that's why people watch different streamers, right? Is because someone, I'm going to use the wrong terminology here, but someone provides a different value, right? And that's why we're into different kinds of movies. That's why, you know, we're into different things, because people chase the dopamine. The dopamine is the chemical your brain releases that makes you happy. That, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, that's cool. You get excited about something. That's dopamine. People chase dopamine from different things. So people are into different things. Maybe you're into working on cars. Maybe you're into reading books. Maybe you're into building Lego. It is something. Everyone has something that makes them happy, right? Everyone's into different things. So they go, oh, I'm gonna go be, you know, knock this guy off. I'm gonna go knock Peanut off. That's a dumb way of going about it, right? That's a dumb way of having a mindset about it, a plan of attack, right? So I'm just gonna be me. You know, like, if people follow me, people watch, cool. If not, oh well. You know, at least I tried. You know, I can look back at the end of the day and be like, you know, I gave it a shot and it didn't work. And that's a reality for a lot of us streamers, is that we get crushed. We get crushed with the no viewers, the no supporters, right? And a lot of us give up. A lot of us go, you know what? Like, I'm done dealing with it, and we give up. Me, myself, I took a break. I took a break for a while. I had a lot of stuff going on in life, and was not in a good place mentally. That I was definitely struggling. I was definitely drowning in some not so good thoughts. I was in not a so good place. Like, I'll talk about it, right? I'll talk about it because maybe someone else is going through the same thing. Like, I was not in a great mindset, shall we say. That I was, you know, I was down. Like, I was depressed, and I was wrestling with some pretty dark ideas there for a little while. And I stepped away from everything. I stepped away from the whole TikTok thing. I stepped away from the whole YouTube thing. I stepped away from the whole streamer thing. For a while there, I didn't play games at all. Like, didn't even turn on my computer. Didn't even turn on my consoles. I stopped doing car stuff. Like, I love doing car stuff. I love going to car shows and all that. And I stopped even doing that. Like, I just shut down. And my family could see it. My family was like, whoa, like something's off. Like, something's not right. And, you know, we talked about it, and we just like worked through it. And talking about it was a big one. Like, just getting it out there of like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going on with me. This is where I'm at. And I mean, it helped. Like, it helped, and I took some time. And I think that a part of why there is such a mental health crisis is that, one, you get so much more access. Now I'm a certain age. I can remember a time before the internet, before social media and all that, and then I got to watch it coming. Like, I'm in a weird generation. Like, I still remember everything analog, and I got to see everything go digital. You know, I remember a time before the internet. Like, I grew up before the internet, before that was a thing. I remember America Online, and it blew our mind. Oh my, like, oh man, there's this whole world inside this box, and you know, how's the box work? And I remember taking apart I had 286 desktop. I remember taking it apart because I wanted to see how it worked. And I remember my parents getting extremely upset with me about that, but you know, that's a core memory. But yeah, I remember before the internet, I got to watch the internet come in. I got to watch it evolve. Now we're in the AI phase of like seeing AI really come on the scene and blow up, which that's going to be a hydra. I feel that we're not going to be able to contain that. But so I remember a time before the internet, and it was very much a simpler time, because I say that because we didn't have all the just over information. I remember a time with no cell phones, and then cell phones that were like backpacks, and they just kept getting smaller, and then the iPhone came in and changed the game. And every once in a while there's that thing or that game or whatever that really just moves the needle. And I'm like, man, you know, it's going to be the next big thing. I remember a time before Amazon. I remember, you know, them doing the interview on Jeff Bezos when he was renting it out of his garage. And I was like, I remember, you know, I was younger then. I was in my teens at that point. And I remember going to my parents and being like, hey, this is going to be the next big thing. Like, they're like, well, there's no way brick and mortar is going to go away. Hey, there's no way CDs are going to go away. There's no way physical media is going to go away. And now we download everything. When was the last time you physically bought a movie? When was the last time you physically bought a song? You just fire up streaming now. You don't even download it. You just fire up streaming. You connect it to your car. You know, aux cord it in or wirelessly connect it. And, like, all of that, like, all that didn't exist. So it's like, I'm at this, like, I'm this weird generation because I remember both sides. And I think the reason that there is such a mental crisis this day and age is, one, we have so much more access to the world of information than we've ever had. It's on our device, it's on our laptop, it's always like in our face. There's no break from it. And it's always, oh, you know, so-and-so got attacked, or this tragic thing happened, or this horrible thing happened. It's never like really good news in the news, right? And the reason that is because good news doesn't really sell. It's not, you can't sensationalize, oh, hey, you know, someone rescued a cat out of a tree. No one's really going to pay attention to that. But if you go, hey, you know, there is this bus that drove off this cliff, and this is why, because the mechanic failed on the brakes or something. Like, you can really sensationalize that more, and people are actually going to draw into that more. And that's why they focus on it. And with everything being so readily available now, it's very, very difficult to just get a break, to take a pause. And I think that's a part of it. I think part of it is that as a culture, as a society, we have placed far more stress on ourselves than we've ever had. To perform, to be a certain way, to go do XYZ, right? It used to be back in the day when I was, growing, I was always told, oh, go to college. If you don't go to college, you won't be anything. You need a college degree. And a lot of people were told that. And a lot of people have gone to college and realized that expensive piece of paper, because that's all it really is. Like, you're still, yeah, okay, cool, you got your degree. Now there's some jobs that do require a degree, like doctor, right, teacher, right, but most of these things don't require a degree. And here's the kicker, like, for anyone out there listening to this, here's the kicker: you're gonna get your 2-year or your 4-year, right? We're talking like first degree. Either you get an associate's or a bachelor's. Associate's is 2 years, bachelor's is 4 years. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get thrust into the job market that is very volatile, and hopefully get a job in your field of study. And if you do, guess what? You're gonna go there, and they're still gonna have to train you on their procedures, on their practices. All a degree is to show that, hey, you typically, like, if you're not super fortunate to have full ride, you typically went into massive amounts of debt to show a potential employer that you could show up on time at a thing for X amount of years and do reasonably okay. That's all it is. Now, like doctor, stuff like that, lawyer, yeah, I could see needing a degree for that, right? Going through like the whole process. But most of the stuff you don't need it. And so many people are in debt because they went down that path. Oh, hey, I need this to get this job. And a lot of employers now are realizing, hey, we're still going to have to train these guys. Like, these guys that are coming in, we're still going to have to train them. So we're having a harder and harder time finding people, so let's drop the degree requirement. And they're actually finding that they are getting really good employees. You just got to put a little more into them. IT world is really starting to shake down like that right now. And it's interesting. It's interesting to see it happen, but I think part of the reason there's such a mental health issue right now is that, one, information is readily available at our fingertips 24/7, 365. There's too much pressure placed on ourselves to be XYZ, to perform, to go do these things, and not really stop and think, right? It's just go through the process, right? Just go through the machine. And I think that's part of it. I think part of it is we don't know how to stop. We don't know how to go, hey, I need a break, or hey, I need to not do this and do that. So I think it's I think it's a multi-headed hydra. I really do. That's causing it. And I don't see it. I don't see the pressure of society stopping. So it's on us to go, whoa, like, whoa, I need a little bit of time to just like breathe, right? To mentally just breathe. And it's, hey, the price of everything is going up. The cost of living is more expensive than it's ever been. And, hey, I have to provide. I have to be able to survive. And people are trying to deal with that. And there's like all these pressures and just go, 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 go. And sometimes you just need to turn it all off. And that's what I did for a little while. Like literally turned it all off. And it was nice. It was nice to get that reset. So, we come up with an idea that once a year we're gonna go take a vacation, even if it's stay around the house, right? And for 24 hours it's gonna be just a communication blackout. Like no social media, no internet, no news, just a book, a puzzle, something. And don't worry about the world for 24 hours. Just turn it off. And I think that's really, really going to improve my mental health. And, it's not to say I can't do that, once a week or once a month, if I start feeling it. But man, like I went to like a scary place. It was not good. And I was like, don't like this at all. And happy to be on the flip side of it, because sometimes people don't come out of that spot. And like I'm like, wow, that's not good. Like, and it came on fast, and people are like, oh, how'd this happen? It came on quick, man. Sometimes it could be a slow thing. Like, it just starts building and building and building. I mean, this was like, boom. So I ended up, part of all this was I started a new job. Like, I was with my previous company for 5 years, and things just ended up not being well. Like, it started out great, like most things do, right? It started out, oh my god, it's phenomenal, it's like the best thing in the world. And you get there for a little while, you see a couple things you don't like, but you're like, whatever, that's anywhere, right? that's anywhere. But then things kept happening, and I was working more, and I'm like, man, I'm making great money, and this and that, like, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. I was working 7 days a week, which, nothing wrong with that, if that's your thing. But I'm like, okay, this is going to be for a little while, it's not going to be forever, right? Well, I ended up being forever. And I'm the type of person that will literally work themselves to death. Like, I typically won't say no. Like, it takes a lot for me to say no. So I'm all, yeah, I got you. They're like, oh, cool, we owe you one. Well, they never ended up owing me one. Like, they never owned up to it. I mean, I'd miss birthdays, I'd miss holidays, I'd miss weddings. I got called out of a wedding once, and every time, like, oh yeah, emergency. And it got to the point that people stopped inviting me to like cookouts and stuff, because I wouldn't go anyways. I'd be like, no, I gotta work. Like, oh, I got it. So it's like, what's the point of inviting him if he's just always gonna have to work? And it started really to create a rift at home. That, like, they're started to become an ultimatum of like, listen, it's cool, you know, you're making good 6 figures a year. It's cool that, you know, you're Mr. Dedicated, but you're never home. Of like, you're at the company way more than you are home. And you know, I'm in there just putting in the hours, right? And my family started to have a life without me. And what really broke me was, you know, I told the company this. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm starting to have some problems outside of here that, you know, need my attention. And literally got told by the company that I haven't sacrificed enough. And that's when I was like, okay, like, now I see it. You know, now I see it. So I made the abrupt decision to leave the company. And, you know, it's bittersweet because I do miss the people. But like most of the people I worked with, I won't say all, there were a few that I didn't really care for, but most of the people I worked with were just awesome, and like still talk with them and stuff like that. And it's been a while since I've left there. But man, like, I had to get out of there. And you know, being Mr. Dedicated, they didn't even fight to try and keep me. Like, I literally got told by senior leadership that they weren't even going to fight to keep me. And I'm like, I looked at them, I go, really? I go, after everything I've given this place, the amount of times I've literally saved this place. I was like, oh, you know, we're in huge trouble on this. Like, we got to do it, or, you know, the company's not going to survive. And I'm like, I'm your guy. You know, pick me. I'm your guy. You know, I was always trying to please them. And it got me used. It got me used by them. And I can honestly say this, like, the only way I'll work that hard ever again is if it's for my own thing. Like, if it's for my own thing, that's how hard I'll grind. But I went to obviously a different company, but met much better, like much better treatment. A lot of screwed up things right now that I'm trying to fix, but much better treatment. Actually listened to, like, I'm actually valued. And I thought I was valued at my last place, and now I see it. I'm like, wow, like, they didn't even care to really hear what I had to say, right? Of like, here are the issues that, you know, needed addressed, and now it's really costing them. Now they're all trying to call my phone and do all this. Oh, that's another thing. Like, they put my personal line out there, and my old company put my personal line out there in the company directory for everyone to be able to get a hold of me. And I'd be at like a super rare day off. I'd be at a football game and my phone would go off with work problems, and my wife's like, "Oh, we might as well go." Like, we might as well. Like, it got to that point of, oh, we might as well just go, because now I know your brain's in work mode and you're not going to enjoy being here. And that was like towards when I left. That was like that conversation between her and I happened. But I was like, okay, I'm like, if I don't make a change, like, it's going to cost me everything. And we got into this company, a much better company, I will say. And Not to say that there's not issues, not to say that there's not fires to fight, but I'm getting a lot more days off now. I'm getting a lot more kind of just mental rest. Like, I'm not stuck at work mentally anymore, and it's great. Like, it's definitely helped. And then I've come back to streaming. I've come back to, doing this and seeing where this goes. And I talked it over with my wife before I came back. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm kind of playing around with the idea. And she's like, go do it. Go try it. Go see what happens. All right? Go see, because I know if you don't, you're going to have that regret. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So here I am. Like, that's everything in a nutshell that's kind of been going on. But it's been a crazy, crazy time. And then, there's the whole trying to keep the household running and doing a whole lot of fun stuff too. So like, basically trying to fix me but keep things going at the same time. It's weird, but yeah, that was definitely a struggle there for a while. Of like, I went to a deep, deep, deep dark hole, and I never want to go there again. Like, I could tell you that. Like, it was scary. It was scary. Of like, man, like, people go into this place and they don't make it out of it. And it definitely shook me. It definitely made me come up with a plan. And I'm like, hey, like, this is how I'm gonna, try to get out of this. And definitely made me take notice and appreciate things a lot more. So, yeah, just had to try and figure out why and all that. And I'm thankful I came out on the other side of it, because, man, the things I would have missed out on. I definitely wouldn't be sitting here giving this a legitimate shot. I can tell you that. Going out and spending quality time with the family, like go to the zoo, right? Like, how stupid does that sound? Oh, I want to go to the zoo, but literally, like, just go to the zoo, just walk around, just turn the world off, And I definitely wouldn't be enjoying my stupid YouTube videos. I say that in a term of endearment, like my stupid YouTube videos, like watching Daily Driven Exotics and Cletus and all that. And I'm like, I wouldn't be able to enjoy that. And man, like, I never want to go back to that area. But I went and I got help, and it's hard. It's really hard to reach out and be like, hey, I'm feeling this way. I like, that's why I kind of envy the younger generation a little bit, because they're so open with, like, their feelings and their emotions and stuff. And I was raised, nope, just bury it, just throw some dirt on it, get up, dust yourself off, and go. And I think that might be part of the problem here. of that. We can't open them. What are you doing, you crackhead? Oh, this field sucks. Free balling. There we go. That was going to drive me nuts, bro. Alright. I need to go check laundry real fast. Alright, coming back. I'm coming back to pencil. Oh man. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Trying to do multiple things here. Do a little bit of streaming, a little bit of laundry. Try to keep things rolling, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, if you're feeling a certain way, talk to somebody, because sometimes talking to people is really hard. Sometimes expressing what you're feeling and what you're thinking is really, really hard. And I get that. But man, it helps so much. Like, really, really does. And that was a hard part of like even me going to my wife. Like you wouldn't think, oh, you're supposed to be able to tell your partner everything. Just, hey, like, I'm not feeling so great. Like, I don't like where I'm at mentally. I don't like XYZ, and that was scary. That was hard. But we worked through it and we got better, and just there's literally sometimes I just go for a walk. Like, I'll grab one of the dogs and just go for a walk. Yeah, before I get too far ahead on this field, let me go ahead and get some more of this just planted. Much planting canola. Trying to get our massive loan paid back. Which should be hearing something about the new farm sim rather soon. Like, it's about the right time in the development cycle, I would think. So this is 25. So yeah, it'd be about the right time. Yeah, it should be about the right time. Yeah, because 26 is out, which is the mobile. It'll be Farming Simulator 28 because it's a 3-year development cycle. So we got this one for a little while longer. But I'm excited to see what they do, man. Like, I jumped into this oh, what was the first one for console? Was it 15? I think it was 15. I jumped into Farm Sim, and then 19 and 22, now 25. And it's one of those games that, I don't know, man, turns my brain off, and I like it. Try to get some of this field turned over, man. Really do need bigger equipment, but eventually, like, my plan is to have the whole farm built up and all that, of really change things. And that's what most people don't understand about Farm Sim, is that it's actually a pretty good building game. Of like, yeah, it's air quotations a farming simulator, right? But you can really get in depth with building out your farm and your supply chains and all of it. I'm gonna need some bigger equipment, can tell you that. Yeah, that's a pretty gnarly corner right there. Man, I'm already so freaking sick of the whole jelly roll thing. Like, I'm over it, man. Oh, Jelly Roll and Bunny are getting divorced. Like, who cares, man? It's their marriage. Just, ah, I hate, I hate celebrity news. I really do. I think that's why I want my own farm. It's just a simpler life, man. It's just have some land, get away from everything for a while. Auto save. Still 810,000 in the hole. Holy crap. That hurts. There we go. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I could do it. There we go. Got a solar panel out. That'll help us. And at least help us cover some of our costs. I really need a bigger tractor. It's almost give it to me every hour. Oh, it doesn't give it to me every hour. Interesting. Hang on, I got chicken coop, right? I'll just come on down here with this real fast. Why that wouldn't trigger is beyond me.
We got McDonald's. I ordered you your snack wraps. Sick.